Hello students, welcome to the Pole Science of class 9, and today we will proceed discussing about the questions and answers related to the chapter what is democracy and why democracy. So let us proceed then with the first question from this chapter, that is what is democracy and why democracy. Related to this, question number 1 is what is representative democracy. So, under representative democracy, all the people do not rule or take decisions, but a majority or elected representatives are allowed to take decisions on behalf of all the people. That means if we say about representative democracy, a representative democracy in simple word can be defined as what? The people, that means we, do not rule or take decisions, but a majority or elected representatives are allowed to take decisions on behalf of all the people. That means from the particular constituency or from our particular constituency, when we give the vote to that candidate whom we want as the leader from our constituency, so all that important decisions, our problems, our issues, who will put forward or discuss all our matters, all our problems related to our constituency, that particular representative. So that is only known as the representative democracy, where we do not take or rule or take any decisions, but our elected representatives are allowed to take on behalf of us all the people's problem or all the people's issues. Who will take? He or she, as a representative from that particular constituency, will put forward all the decisions on behalf of us. Question number 2, which is the most common form of democracy in today's world? So if we talk about the most common and popular form of democracy in today's world, that is representative democracy. Question number 3, name any two characteristics of democracy. So the two characteristics of democracy can be, number 1, people choose their rulers, because the first and foremost characteristics related to democracy is that people choose their rulers, and they choose their rulers through the right to vote. After that, people have the freedom to express their views. So if they have the right to vote and choose their rulers, they also have the freedom in that particular democratic country to express their views. If they are happy with that, they will express their joy and gratitude, and if they are not happy, they will not. So they have the freedom to express their views. Moving on to question number 4, why are quality decisions a possibility in a democracy? So a democratic decision always involves many persons, discussions and meetings. So if we talk about quality, that means whatever the decisions has been taken, why that decisions can be called a quality decision being taken in a democracy? Because in a democracy, a decision can be or is called qualitative decisions because it always involves what? Many persons are taken into account, many discussions are discussed, and many meetings are being done in order to take any decision. So that's why the decision regarding to democracy is known as a quality decision being taken. That means it involves many persons, discussions and meetings. Next question, with whom does the final decision making power rest in a democracy? So if we talk about the final decision making power in a democracy, who are the people or with whom this final decision of power making is given? Actually, this is given to the elected representatives of the people. That means the people or the person whom we have chosen as our leader, they have the final decision making power in a democracy. Next question, under which form of government political equality is given importance? Of course, in a democratic form of government, only political equality is given importance. Because why, if the reason is asked, why in a democratic form of government political equality is given, or how political equality is given? Because if we take example of country India, any people from the age group 18 and above are given the right to vote, and it is irrespective of their caste, religion, or whether they are male or female, whether they are Hindus or Muslims, that does not matter, but they are given the right to vote. Anyone who has attained the age of 18 years, they are given. So in this way also we can say that political equality is given importance in a democratic form of government only. Next question, in spite of having a vast social diversity, what keeps the people of India together? That means we know that India is a country with unity in diversity. That means north, east, west, south. Different cultures are there, different communities live. But then also, what is binding, or what is the idea that in making India to stay together? That is the process of democracy. What should be done in a democracy if mistakes are committed? So what is the solution? If suppose any mistakes are made, or suppose admit that or assume that we have chosen a wrong leader, his time or her time will come when again the elections will be held after 5 years. Then if we think that we have made a mistake, how that mistakes can be committed? So the answer would be there should be public discussion on these mistakes. That means we have to discuss, sitting together, and we should find out a solution how these mistakes should not be committed again. So what should be done? A public discussion should be held. Clear? After that, next question, when do we say that elections are fair? So we have read one of the features related to the democracy that says free and fair elections. So when can we say, according to the question, it is given that when do we say that elections are fair? The answer is the elections must offer a real choice between political alternatives. That means we can say elections as a fair election when many choices of candidates are available. That means if for a particular constituency, if suppose 8 or 10 candidates are contesting elections and there are many alternatives for the people to choose between those leaders, then only we can say that the election that is being held is fair, because we will get many alternatives to choose the best leader from that alternatives. Then only we can say that, or it can be said that the elections are fair in nature. Clear? Next question, in a democracy the majority of people rule through their elected representatives. Give reasons. This is being categorized into high order thinking skills type of question. This is falling into that category, HOTS question. That means in a democracy the majority of people rule through their elected representatives. How? So the answer would be, number one, modern democracy involves such a large number of people that it is physically impossible for them to sit together and take a collective decision. So in case of India also, it is seen that India is a large country in terms of area also, so it is not possible for every people to sit at one place and have a discussion. Clear? So therefore there are many constituencies, and the people living in that particular constituency cast their vote and choose their leader, and every leader from their respective constituency take decision on the people's behalf. Number two, even if they could, the citizen does not have the time, the desire, or the skills to take part in all the decisions. But suppose if that was possible, that all people in a single time could sit together, then also it could not have been successful. And what is the reason for that? There could be many reasons, because first of all, the people sitting in the discussion may not have that much of time, may not have that much of desire or want to be the part of that decision, or they could not have enough skills also. So all these factors will also lead to the failure of that discussion, because of the non availability of time, the desire or the skills. Anything can be there. Clear? So with this I will wind up today's discussions on questions and answers. In the next class we will discuss or proceed from question number 12. So before winding up, please note down all the questions and answers starting from question number 1 to question number 11, and in the next class we will start discussion from question number 12. With that I will wind up today's topic. Thank you.